Imagine looking up at the night sky, expecting darkness, familiar constellations, and the quiet stillness of deep space, only to find a luminous tidal wave stretching across the heavens.
So I will visit a town, go to a theater, and 3,000 people will come and listen to me talk for 2 hours on this subject.
All right.
And it's called cosmic collisions.
Oh.
A glowing ribbon of light that seems to move, breathe, and twist like a living cosmic river. This isn't a comet, or a meteor shower, or even a supernova. It's something far larger, far older, and far more inevitable. The Andromeda Galaxy drawing closer, every second. This is the beginning of one of the most extraordinary events in the universe. An event so vast that it defies imagination, yet so real that astrophysicists can measure its approach with quiet certainty. In roughly 4 billion years, our Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy will collide in a gravitational dance that has been billions of years in the making. To us, it sounds like destruction. But to the universe, it's simply evolution on a cosmic scale. Right now, Andromeda is a faint, ghost-like smudge in the night sky, a barely visible whisper of light. But appearance is deceiving. It's actually a massive spiral galaxy rushing toward us at 110 kilometers per second. And even though that speed seems unimaginable, the distance is so great that it will still take billions of years to reach us. Yet, with every moment, the gap between our galaxies narrows, and the stage slowly prepares for an event unlike anything humanity could ever witness. But here's the surprising truth. Galaxies don't collide the way cars or planets do. Space inside galaxies is so unimaginably vast that almost all stars will pass by each other untouched. Instead, the collision is more of a gravitational ballet, a reshaping of cosmic architecture. The real drama happens in the scale of millions of stars, dark matter halos, and turbulent clouds of gas being pulled, stretched, and twisted like silk. When the two galaxies meet, their shapes will distort. Their spiral arms will unravel. Long streams of stars will be ripped away and flung into space, creating dazzling tidal bridges glowing like celestial waterfalls. Over time, the two galaxies will merge into a new, enormous, elliptical galaxy astronomers already named Milkdromeda. But before the merger completes, the skies of Earth, or whatever worlds exist then, will transform into something utterly breathtaking. Imagine looking upward and seeing Andromeda spanning the entire sky, a glowing arc of swirling stars brighter than the Milky Way itself. The heavens won't be a quiet background anymore. They will be a front-row seat to cosmic evolution. What would it feel like to witness the slow collision of entire galaxies? Would it inspire awe, fear, wonder? Would intelligent life then understand what's happening, or simply see it as the sky changing forever? The thought is both beautiful and humbling. The universe moves on vast timescales, indifferent to the tiny flicker of human existence. Yet here we are, at this tiny moment in cosmic history, able to imagine a future sky burning with the light of a galaxy falling into our own. So let me ask you, when you imagine looking up at a sky filled with a colliding galaxy, would you feel small, or would you feel connected to something greater? The approach of Andromeda will not be sudden. It will not be a cosmic collision that erupts out of nowhere. Instead, it will begin as a slow, silent shift in the night sky. Subtle at first, almost tender in its unfolding. But across millions of years, that faint blur of light will swell, stretch, and transform into a breathtaking, world-spanning spectacle. Imagine a future being, human or otherwise, living on a world orbiting a distant star within the Milky Way. They step outside on what feels like an ordinary night. But when they look upward, they don't see a sky scattered with tiny pinpoints of white. They see a colossal spiral galaxy hanging above them, its luminous arms swirling like cosmic brushstrokes painted across the heavens. Andromeda will no longer be a ghost in the distance. It will be a glowing titan, dominating the entire celestial canvas. This will mark the beginning of the gravitational dance. As the two galaxies drift nearer, the invisible force of gravity begins to act like a conductor guiding an orchestra. Stars respond to the pull across unimaginable distances. Dark matter halos, the massive, unseen scaffolds holding the galaxies together, start to blend, tugging on each other with a quiet, irresistible strength. Spiral arms stretch, warp, and twist into elongated streams of starlight known as tidal tails. These streams ripple outward like ribbons trailing behind two dancers converging in slow motion. Yet, despite the grandeur, there will be no catastrophic smashing of suns. No star-on-star collisions lighting the cosmos on fire. Space is too vast, too empty. If the sun were the size of a grain of sand, the nearest star would be another grain placed kilometers away. So, instead of destruction, the galaxies pass through each other like phantoms made of gravity, shaping and reshaping each other with tidal forces more powerful than any force we can imagine. But the gas clouds, the raw material of future stars, are a different story. When the galaxies finally interlace, immense clouds of hydrogen and dust will crash together, compress, and ignite starburst regions, nurseries where new stars are born in violent brilliance. Entire clusters of young, blue, intensely hot stars will erupt into existence, illuminating the emerging cosmic structure. These newborn stars will shine brighter than anything our present sky has ever held. Some will grow quickly and die young as supernovas, scattering heavier elements that may one day seed new planets or worlds. Meanwhile, the supermassive black holes at the centers of both galaxies will begin to spiral toward each other, slowly, inevitably, drawn together by gravity and the warping of space-time itself. This will take hundreds of millions of years, but when they finally merge, it will unleash one of the most powerful events in the universe, a massive gravitational wave ripple echoing across billions of light years. Throughout all of this, the sky will transform again and again. Constellations as we know them today will fade, stretch, or be erased entirely. The familiar shapes, Orion, the Big Dipper, Cassiopeia, will dissolve into new patterns as entire star systems drift into fresh positions. Nighttime on future worlds may glow with soft cosmic light as the overlapping galaxies create a vibrant, shimmering backdrop unlike anything the universe has shown us so far. And through all of this, one question lingers. If intelligent life exists during this era of cosmic transformation, how will they interpret the sky's evolving canvas? As a warning, a spectacle, a prophecy, or simply a natural, majestic chapter in the universe's story? As the gravitational pull between the Milky Way and Andromeda tightens, the universe enters a phase of transformation unlike anything life has ever known. Millions of years pass, yet in the scale of galaxies, these are the seconds before impact. From any world within either galaxy, the sky will undergo changes so dramatic, so breathtaking, that they would fundamentally redefine what a night sky even means. At first, the shift will feel subtle, just a gradual brightening. Stars in unfamiliar formations will begin to appear, drifting into view as the galaxies begin weaving into one another. The heavens will shimmer with strange new patterns, as if constellations are being rewritten in real time by an invisible cosmic hand. But eventually, the subtlety fades. The sky becomes a living mural of celestial motion. Imagine standing under that sky when the cores of the two galaxies begin to interact. The Milky Way's luminous center, already hidden in our era by dust, will flare into brilliance as collisions between gas clouds ignite intense star formation. Andromeda's bright nucleus will glow beside it, almost like a second galactic sun suspended in the darkness. Two radiant hearts hanging above, each pulsing with energy, each distorting space and time around them. You would be witnessing the universe sculpt its own future. As the galaxies interpenetrate, gravitational chaos unfolds on a scale we can barely comprehend. Entire star systems drift from their original orbits, pulled into long arcs that sweep through intergalactic space. Solar systems that once sat peacefully in the spiral arms may be flung outward into new territories, while others are drawn deeper toward the growing central core. For some worlds, nights will be brighter than days as starburst regions flood the cosmos with intense ultraviolet and blue light. For others, the sky may be filled with swirling bands of dust that dim the heavens, turning night into a kind of cosmic twilight. And imagine the silence. The colossal forces shaping the galaxies operate in perfect, quiet majesty. No sound, no vibration, just the movement of stars and space, a cosmic choreography unfolding over epochs. During this period, the sky would not merely change, it would transform continuously. What one generation sees in the heavens will be different from the next. The positions of bright stars will shift noticeably over lifespans. The grand arcs of starlight pulled between the galaxies will slowly twist like celestial tendrils. One era might see long, luminous bridges stretching across the entire sky. Another might be dominated by vast, dark voids carved by displaced gas clouds. And through all of this, the galaxy's twin supermassive black holes will draw closer and closer. Each one will orbit the other, spiraling inward in a dance dictated by the very geometry of space-time. Their gravitational fields will distort the light around them, creating warped halos and shimmering distortions in the sky that future civilizations might interpret as portals, signs, or cosmic mirrors. For worlds close enough, the Einstein rings produced by their bending of light could encircle the heavens in ghostly, perfect circles. Eventually, though not for hundreds of millions of years, those black holes will collide, releasing a gravitational wave so enormous it will ripple through the fabric of the cosmos itself. Space will stretch, time will quiver, the universe will feel the echo. But even before that final convergence, the merging galaxies will have completely reshaped the night sky. The gentle spiral structure of the Milky Way will dissolve, replaced by a vast, glowing, elliptical form. Star formation will surge, then slow as gas is consumed or expelled into the void. The new galaxy, Andromeda, will be enormous, heavy with old stars and newborn giants alike. By this stage, the cosmos will no longer resemble the universe we know. The constellations that guided ancient sailors, inspired myths, and gave humanity a sense of place will be long gone. In their place will be a sky filled with thick, golden star clouds, bright clusters, and the hushed glow of intergalactic dust. And so the question becomes, how would future beings interpret this breathtaking transformation? As an omen? As evolution? As a reminder of cosmic impermanence? Or as the universe simply turning the page to its next great chapter? As the grand cosmic dance nears its final act, the Milky Way and Andromeda no longer exist as separate spirals. Their arms have unraveled, their structures have blended, and their stars have been reshuffled into a sprawling, elongated cloud of light. What remains is the early shape of something new, an enormous galaxy in the making, shimmering like a cosmic chrysalis awaiting its final form. From any surviving world orbiting a calm, stable star, the sky will no longer resemble a sky at all. It will look like the inside of a nebula, dense, brilliant, and almost impossibly alive. The heavens will glow with a golden haze of starlight, so thick that darkness becomes a rarity. Instead of constellations, there will be vast oceans of stars packed so closely in appearance that the night will resemble a canvas of molten light. Imagine stepping outside beneath such a sky. There is no above or below anymore, only an all-encompassing halo of radiance stretching in every direction. A complete 360-degree immersion into the heart of a newborn galaxy. No horizon, no emptiness, only light, color, and movement. The sheer density of stars will create the illusion that the cosmos is pressing inward, as if the universe itself is leaning closer to whisper ancient secrets. But the transformation is not over. At the very center of the merging system, the two supermassive black holes, each millions of times the mass of our Sun, are locked in their final spiral. Their orbits shrink as they shed energy in the form of gravitational waves, curving space-time like ripples in an invisible ocean. When they finally collide, the event will release more raw power in a single instant than all the stars in the universe combined. Yet it will happen silently, in perfect cosmic stillness. The collision will send a gravitational shockwave rippling across billions of light years, passing through planets, stars, dust clouds, even future civilizations, so subtly that most may never notice. But to the universe, its echo is unmistakable. A new core has formed, a new gravitational anchor, a new heart for a new galaxy, and with that, Andromeda enters its true form. No longer a spiral, yet not fully elliptical, this new galaxy will shine brighter than the Milky Way and Andromeda ever did alone. It will contain trillions of stars, vast oceans of dust, and possibly countless new worlds where life could one day emerge. The merger that once seemed catastrophic becomes, in the end, an act of creation, a rebirth on a scale so enormous that it stretches our understanding of time, destruction, and renewal. From afar, perhaps from another galaxy entirely, future astronomers might look upon Andromeda and wonder how it came to be. They will see the massive, glowing core, the wide dispersal of stars, and the faint remnants of tidal streams still stretching outward like cosmic memories. They may never know the details, but they will understand one thing clearly. This galaxy carries a history written by collision, transformation, and survival. And for any beings who live within it, billions of years in the future, this galaxy will not feel like a remnant of destruction, but simply home. A home born from chaos, shaped by gravity, and illuminated by stars that would never have existed without the cosmic clash. So now, we are left with a final question. One that echoes beyond science and into philosophy, wonder, and imagination. Does the collision of galaxies remind us that even destruction can lead to creation, or that the universe is constantly teaching us to let go of what was, so something new can emerge? I'd love to hear how you interpret it. If you enjoyed this cosmic journey, feel free to like, subscribe, or share your thoughts. It really helps us bring more space stories to life.